it's Melanie. Welcome to my channel. Today starts another reading vlog, so stay tuned. So today is day 5 of the N.E.W.T.s Readathon, and it is day 1 of the Goblet of Fire Readathon, and I'm so excited. I have been reading like crazy. I have been editing like crazy. I have been going crazy. Yeah, I was kind of like, I was seriously stressing out earlier. Oh my gosh. Marty had to go and buy me chocolate cake because I was just a mess. But I have gotten some reading done. So the first thing that I read today was the Babysitter Club graphic novel, Christy's Great Idea. I would give this 5 stars. Not because it was anything, you know, absolutely spectacular, fantastic, but it was just so nice. And it reminded me so much of my childhood, and it was just like all the reminiscing and it was just heartwarming, and I loved it. And it reminded me of when I first read it. Like, I remembered the entire story, and I thought things were going to be quite different, and maybe they'll get different in later graphic novels, but I absolutely adored this, so I gave it 5 stars. So this completed challenges for both my N.E.W.T.s and the Goblet of Fire Readathon. So for the Goblet of Fire Readathon, this was for the Marauders, which was to read a book with a group of friends, which, hello, group of friends. And for my N.E.W.T.s, that gave me an Exceeding Expectations in Potions, which was to read a book with a cover in your house color. And Christy's wearing a green shirt for a Slytherin. So, you know, I very much see Christy as a Slytherin too. I think it's pretty fitting of her. Anyway, 5 stars for this. Loved it. The next thing I read was another graphic novel, and that was A Little Witches Magic in Concord by Lee Dragoon. I thought this was like a witchy retelling of Little Women, and it is based around the characters of Little Women, but that's about the extent of it. I think it's also based in that same time, that same era, but other than that, it really, I don't think, follows Little Women at all. But I did enjoy it. I mean, it wasn't like the most amazing thing ever either, but it wasn't bad. I ended up giving this 3 stars. This also completed both a challenge for my N.E.W.T.s and a challenge for the Goblet of Fire Readathon. So for the Goblet of Fire Readathon, this was house colors, which was to read a book with your house color, and again, green. And for my N.E.W.T.s, this got me the Acceptable in Ancient Runes, which was to read a book recommended by a friend, and my friend Clint recommended I read this book. So that's what I got for that one. So again, 2 more knocked out. And I started listening to the audiobook of Meet Cute by, well, several different authors, and I'm currently at 55% of that. And I did want to start reading with Xander. Actually, I meant to start reading yesterday with Xander, and that didn't happen because I was up late with other stuff, and then it's now 8:16, so I'm up late again for the stupid schedule that I have to be on. I do not like having to go to bed at 8 o'clock in the morning. I do not like having to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, we're probably going to hear a lot of that ranting in this because Xander starts school on Wednesday, and I'm like trying to adjust myself to this schedule since he's no longer being homeschooled. He's going to regular school, which means I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I have to have him up by 5 o'clock in the morning, and we have to be at the bus stop by 6 o'clock in the morning. Not fun. Anyway, I decided that tomorrow Xander and I will start reading our book together, and we'll read for like an hour and a half, and that'll hopefully be able to get us caught up to where we're supposed to be. But we are reading Keeper of the Lost Cities book 2, which is Exile, and I forget what page we're supposed to get to tomorrow, like 80 something, I think. So not too bad. We might be able to get that in like an hour, hour and a half. Yeah. But I wanted to come on here because I got some fun mail today, and I wanted to show it to you guys. And I've been like dying to open this up. So my friend Clint over at Reads Readers, and I will link him down below, he sent me a birthday present that, well, he told me he wanted to send me one, and then he ended up moving and it got packed in his stuff, and apparently he kept adding stuff to it. So it's a little bit late, but it's also a lot more than he was originally planning on sending me, and it's so incredibly generous, and I'm so thankful. And I sent him a Snapchat earlier when I got it, and I was just like, I got your package, and I was so excited. And I just want to say thank you, Clint. I also had to send him a picture of this package because the mail just like wrecked his packaging. I can't really show you all of it, but it was like ripped completely open. But yeah, the addresses are on the side with the most damage. But let's open it up and see what he sent me. I'm so excited. There's like so many books in here, oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, ooh. The first one is Anne Rice, The Claiming of Sleeping Beauty. Oh my. It says, if you like 50 Shades of Grey, you'll love the Sleeping Beauty trilogy. Oh, is this like an erotic fairy tale retelling? Oh my gosh. Okay, it is. I think it is anyway. It says, an erotic novel of discipline, love, and surrender from master storyteller Anne Rice. In the traditional folktale of Sleeping Beauty, the spell cast upon the lovely young princess can only be broken by the kiss of a prince. However, in the world of Anne Rice, this legendary curse is broken not with a kiss, but with sexual initiation. Oh. The prince's reward for ending the 100 years of enchantment is Beauty's complete and total enslavement to him. Oh goodness. Sleeping Beauty awakes to a world of seduction, desire, and love. So is this all 3 books or just the first one? Oh, I think this is the first book. The second one is Beauty's Punishment, and then the third one's Beauty's Release. Oh my goodness. Fun. I love a good retelling, and well, I also love a good erotic story, so thank you, Clint. This is gonna be fun. Okay, what's next? Oh! Awesome! I wanted this. Quidditch Through the Ages. It's from the Hogwarts library. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, I love the little, it's got a little library card in it with the people that checked it out. Like Ron Weasley and Neville Longbottom. Oh, fun! Oh, I'm excited to read this too. Thank you, Clint. He was worried that he was going to send me books that I already have. And so far, 2 for 2, I do not have these books. Ah! Yay! It's another one. Oh my goodness. This is so awesome. I wanted this too. Ah. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by N.E.W.T.s Scamander. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. I've actually had like a set on my Amazon wish list for like ever. This is so awesome. And it's so pretty too. Cool. 3 for 3. Okay, what's next? The Whispers. The Journey of a Lifetime Begins with a Spark of Hope by Greg Howard. Oh, it's got deckled edges too. Let's see. This says, 11-year-old Riley knows a thing or two about wishes. Ever since his mom disappeared, all he's been doing is wishing. Wishing for her return, wishing he'd stop wetting the bed, and wishing his dad would love him again. Aww. With the police investigation stalled, Riley is desperate for answers and worried his mother might soon be out of time. So he turns to the Whispers, mythical wood creatures who will grant your heart's desires if you bring them tribute. It's a story his mother used to tell him every night. He never really believed they were real until one day when he hears them call to him, telling him his mother is near. Riley is determined to find the Whispers and ask for the one thing he wants the most, his mother's return, no matter the cost. Especially because he thinks a secret he's been holding close is the reason she's gone. This is his chance to make things right. Along with his best friend, his loyal dog, and a neighbor boy with a secret of his own, Riley ventures deep into the dark woods where all sorts of dangers lurk, to find the Whispers and, he hopes, his mother. But what he finds instead will change everything for Riley forever. Greg Howard stuns in this heart-rendering, mesmerizing debut about love, magic, and what it means to believe in the impossible. Well, this is going to be a fun, like, me and Xander book. It's also relatively short. It's only 229 pages, so this will be a quick read. Thank you, Clint. No, I don't believe I have this book either. It's a good me and Xander book. And so I think that all 5 books are going to be books that I don't have, because I'm pretty sure I know what the last book is. Am I right? Am I right? I'm right, it's Killing November by Adriana Mather, which is Clint's favorite author. Also, I know that he got to meet her, and this is the book that we're going to be picking for our Fall Into Reading-a-thon, and he got it signed for me. It says, "Dear Melanie, thank you for the bookish love. Love, Adriana Mather." Yay! Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Thank you, Clint. What's in here? Oh, this is cool. There's a bookmark in here from Wicked Good Books in Salem, Massachusetts. It's got a kitty on it. Focus. There we go. Cute. Oh, they have a bookstore online, wickedgoodbookstore.com. Cool. I'm so looking forward to reading this with everybody for the Fall Into Reading-a-thon. Oh my gosh, Clint, you did too much. I'm so happy with all of these. I'm so excited to get into reading them. Oh, fun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I actually have some other stuff that I can show you guys, but I think I'm gonna wait until tomorrow just because it is now almost 8:30 and I have to go to bed because 4 o'clock in the morning comes stupid early. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. So it's like 5:30 in the morning on Wednesday, August 7th. I didn't vlog anything yesterday because it was kind of a miserable day. So Monday night, I went to bed at like 8:30, but my brain would not turn off and I didn't get to sleep until somewhere between 11:30 and 12 o'clock. And then I had to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, the entire day was kind of miserable because I knew I'm one of those people that cannot take a nap in the day, because if I take a nap in the day, then there's no sleeping at night. So like literally not even like a half an hour nap. So I struggled through staying awake yesterday. I did, however, manage to get one video edited and uploaded, and I got another one edited. I have to upload it today. And I did get to bed I did get to sleep significantly earlier than I did last night. So I got to sleep around 9 o'clock last night. Still not really enough sleep, but it's better than falling asleep at like midnight when you have to wake up at 4 a.m. Anyway, today is Xander's first day of 8th grade, and we're both excited, both tired. Neither one of us want to be awake right now. School is just so early. I did get some reading done yesterday. I finished Meet Cute, and Xander and I started Keeper of the Lost Cities Exile, which is the book 2 of this series. We didn't get too far in because we just didn't have enough time, because he had like a doctor's appointment and stuff, and then when we were reading, he was trying to get his bag ready for school tomorrow. So we only got to page 20 of this, so only right here. We were supposed to get to page 84, so we're a bit behind. So Exile doesn't complete anything for my Goblet of Fire Readathon, but it does do my outstanding for Transfiguration, which is to read a book over 500 pages, and this certainly is. It's a big boy. Anyway, Meet Cute, however, did complete a challenge for both the Goblet of Fire Readathon and the N.E.W.T.s. So for the Goblet of Fire Readathon, that was the 4 houses, read a book with 4 or more people on the cover, and there's like 12 people on the cover. And it's just about the way people meet when relationships start or whatever. I think I would give it a 3.5. I enjoyed it. The stories were mostly either 3 or 4 stars for me, so I'd say a 3.5. Some of them were really cute and I could see as complete little stories. Others just felt like they ended and it wasn't supposed to end yet. But I don't know. I'm a little odd when it comes to anthologies. Anyway, so for my N.E.W.T.s, that completed my A in herbology, which is Mandrake Quick Put Your Headphones On and Listen to an Audiobook, and that's all I have of Meet Cute. I don't actually have a physical copy of it, so I listened to the audiobook of that. And so now I have 6, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 N.E.W.T.s completed, which means I have 11 more left, and I'm only on the 7th day, so I'm doing pretty good. Also, this is not for my Goblet of Fire Readathon, but I did decide to start Always Never Yours by Emily Wimberly and Austin Segman-Broca. And I got to page 15 of this. I might read this a little bit here and there throughout this week. I'm not sure. This is one of my N.E.W.T.s though. So my goal today is to start and finish The Princess and the Fangirl, which is sitting around here somewhere. But yeah, I'm gonna start that today, hopefully finish that today, hopefully catch up on Exile with Sander, and oh, I'm also going to get those little spots touched up with my hair. Oh, and I'm going to the pool with Donna today while the kids are at school, so that'll be fun. And I'm looking forward to sleeping again tonight. It seems like my life is now revolved around sleeping, which kind of sucks because I'm not that person. Like, I can do a set regular schedule, which is, Xander and I did that, but it was like more of, I would go to bed around 11, 12 o'clock, and I would get him up at like 7, and we'd start school by 9. I miss not getting him up until 7. Alright, I'm gonna go. I gotta get him finished getting ready and take him to the bus stop. Then I'm gonna go pick up some breakfast and maybe do like a time lapse of the sunrise, because that's in like an hour and a half. So we'll see. Alright, I'll talk to you later. So it's nearly 9 o'clock, so I'm gonna have to make this a quick update. I started and finished The Princess and the Fangirl today, and I give this 4 stars. It's super cute. It's the sequel to Geekerella. It's but it doesn't really focus on those characters. They're in here, but it focuses more on the actress Jessica Stone, who plays Princess Amara in the Starfield movie that they did in Geekerella, and another character named Imogen, who just happens to be Jessica Stone's lookalike, and they do like a bit of a swap places kind of thing, and it's super cute. I really liked it. There's also a little bit of LGBTQA plus representation in this. There is a cute little girl-girl relationship that forms that's super adorable. Not between our main characters, though one of them is involved in one. But I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil anything. Oh my goodness, I see how red I got today at the pool. So for the Goblet of Fire Readathon, this completed the Yule Ball challenge, which was to read a book that includes a dance. At the end of the whole Excelsior-con, there is a ball, like a big dance at the end, and our characters go to that. And for the N.E.W.T.s, this completed my Exceeding Expectations in Transfigurations, which is to read a book that is not a first in a series. So, yay, got those knocked out. I also read a little bit of Always Never Yours by Emily Wimberly and Austin Sigmund Broca. And I got to page 50 of this. Not too far into it. I don't want to focus too much time on that one during this week because it's not part of the Goblet of Fire, but it is part of my N.E.W.T.s, so I'm trying to kind of do that as well. It's a little crazy this month. It's gonna be a little, I think it's gonna be even crazier next month, because next month is Monster-a-thon, which is a month-long one, and I'm also going to be doing my fall into reading-a-thon with Clint. And I have a feeling that there's going to be another readathon that I'm going to be participating in during September as well, because I'm pretty sure the Contemporary-a-thon is going to be in September. So yeah, it's going to be a crazy month. And for those of you that might be curious, Xander had a good first day at his school. He said he really likes his English language arts teacher, and he's not a fan of his math teacher because he says that she is too loud. And he said it's not that she like yells at them or anything, it's just she's really loud. But other than that, he seems to be happy with his schedule. He has band first thing in the morning, and then he has like this STEM class, STEM creators or something like that class, which is really cool, and he likes that. And he's even got a study hall, which that's kind of cool. I didn't realize you get study hall in middle school. But yeah, he's very happy with his schedule. He said he hasn't made any new friends yet, but his little friend David that lives across the street is in almost every one of his classes, which that's also really cool. He was also super tired, so we didn't get any reading of Exile tonight because, well, pretty much he didn't even want to eat dinner. He just wanted to go to sleep, and I made him eat, and then he went to bed. So he went to bed at like 6:30ish, something like that, because where 4 o'clock in the morning is ridiculously stupid early for me, 5 o'clock in the morning is ridiculously stupid early for him, and he's just not used to it either. Like me, he's used to, because of the summer, he would stay up all night and then sleep whenever he wanted. And when we were doing school, he would go to bed at like 9 o'clock at night, and I'd wake him up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and then we would do school at like 8 or 9 o'clock. So he's not used to getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning either. Like I said, he's used to going to bed at 9 and waking up at 7. Now he's going to bed at 8 and waking up at 5. And that means he's getting an hour less sleep than he was getting before. And he's not okay with that. I'm not okay with that either, but oh well. Anyway, I'm gonna go because it's an hour past my bedtime now, and I have to get up at 4 a.m. Also, I think I might attempt the time lapse of the sunrise again in a different location. and try to get there earlier so it looks better, but we'll see. All right, I'm gonna go to bed. Talk to you tomorrow. So it's like 2:30 in the afternoon on a Friday, whatever the date is, and I didn't vlog anything yesterday because it got kind of crazy and I just had to clean pretty much all day. I was going to film yesterday, and then I realized that I had mixed up the days that what day my mom was going to arrive, and so I had to put off filming so I could do all the like housework stuff that I needed to do before she arrived, because, well, I didn't have a place for her to sleep. So I had to like get Xander's room ready so that he could be in his room and so mom could have the guest room. And today, here in just the next few minutes, Pearl, one of my past exchange students from Thailand, is arriving, and she's going to be staying with us for a couple of days, and I'm so excited. She's had this work study thing in Michigan this summer, so she's actually been over in the United States all summer, and she wanted to come and visit with us for a little while before she had to go back home. And so she took a Greyhound from Michigan to Chattanooga, and then she's flying out of here on Wednesday, so it's really awesome. Anyway, I just wanted to do like a quick little check-in with you. I don't know if I'm going to include the sunrise clips that I did yesterday or the ones that I did today. I don't know. I'll have to see when I go to put them into my computer, because I don't know, I didn't have the settings right or something on my camera, so I don't know how well they turned out. Anyway, I'll try it again next week, I guess. But yesterday I did start and finish listening to the audiobook of If I Were Your Girl by Meredith Russo, and it's about this girl named Amanda. She has just moved to Lambertville, which is close to Chattanooga, and she's moved in with her dad. Her mom lives down in Atlanta. When she was in Atlanta, she was not Amanda, she was Andrew, and she's had all the surgeries and everything, and she wanted kind of a fresh, safe start, and so she moved in with her dad. It was really, you know, her figuring out this new her and liking her life for the first time and feeling like herself for the first time, and dealing with people finding out or not finding out, and what happens when that happens. And yeah, it was really good. I give it 5 stars. And then this morning I started Mosquito Land. I started listening to it because I knew I have the physical book of If I Were Your Girl, and I have the physical book of Mosquito Land. However, I knew things were going to get a little crazy towards the end of the week, so I planned on listening to some audiobooks. I'm hoping that I can complete the rest of my challenges with those audiobooks, and I'll tell you later what challenges If I Were Your Girl and Mosquito Land complete, but I don't have my papers with me right now. Anyway, Pearl will be here within the next couple of minutes, so I'm gonna head inside and wait for her, and you'll see her in a little bit. Alright, I will talk to you later. There's Pearl. I haven't seen you for so long. My sweet Pearl.
Wow, your hair look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Oh my god. It's for something funny and leave early.
So Pearl wants to go to the drive-in tonight, so that is what we are doing. What are we seeing?
It's Lion King and Toy Story 4. I was thinking like when I was in Michigan that I couldn't make it to the movie because I was stuck in the island and there's no way out unless you like get the ferry out and you got a day off.
The ferry?
Yeah. And you have the good timing to go to the cinema. But suddenly I made it! Yay!
Yeah, you had to come all the way down here to do it.
Yeah! I got to see Toy Story today.
So Pearl also learned a new phrase. What's your new words?
The first, I got 3.
You got 3 new
The
words.
first one is, what is something? Burn some rubber?
Burn some rubber. Yeah.
Burn some rubber.
The second is spill the beans
Spill the
from
beans.
Samuel. And the third one is get the heck out of Dodge.
Get the heck out of Dodge.
Yes. 3 words in one day. I'm learning, I'm collecting more. Get the heck out of Dodge. It seems
She's
to be
too
funny.
cute.
It seems to be funny words to say. I don't know why.
It is.
Get the heck.
It's really funny when you say it.
Dang it.
And one time
We
that
already-
was 2 words. Dang it.
Dang it. Yes. Dang it.
Oh my gosh.
It's my favorite.
Y'all.
We have to hear Pearl see if she can say it again.
Which one?
Y'all.
Pearl has a southern accent when she wants to.
Y'all get the heck out of Dodge. Is that good?
Can you say, hi, my name is Pearl? You can say, hi, my name is Pearl.
Hi, my name is Pearl, and I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
We love Pearl.
That's good.
So it's like 11:30 p.m. on Friday, August 10th, and I'm getting kind of tired, and so I'm thinking I'm gonna go to bed, but I wanted to do a quick check-in with you. So, dang it, I don't have my paper with me. It's actually in my library now. So I can't tell you which things the Princess and the Fangirl completed, but I am listening to the audiobook of Mosquito Land, and I don't entirely know what's going on so much. I'm 31% through it, and I know that there's something wrong with our main character's mother. Her parents divorced 3 months ago. Her dad almost immediately married this woman he met in Denny's, and now she's found out something is wrong with her mom, and so she's leaving, I think it's Jackson, Mississippi, to go to Ohio, wherever her mom is, and she's traveling via Greyhound buses at the moment, and that's really all we know. She doesn't know what's wrong with her mom, and I'm not entirely sure what is wrong with our main character, because there's something going on with her, and I'm not sure if it's like schizophrenia or multiple personality disorder or something like that. But I definitely think that there is some kind of mental something or other going on with her. And I'm kind of wondering if that's the same kind of thing that her mom is dealing with right now. Also, our main character, my mind is drawing a blank. Oh, Mim. That's her name, Mim. Mim's father and her are kind of estranged a little bit. Even though she's living with her father, doesn't seem to be very close with him. So that's really all I know about that at this point. And like I said, I'm only like 31% through it. I'm hoping that I can finish that tomorrow, because I'm supposed to have that finished already, and tomorrow I'm supposed to start and finish To Kill a Kingdom. I don't know how well that's gonna work. I mostly spent the day hanging out with family. I had to do some editing too. So I got editing done. Becca and her girlfriend Amanda came over and we all had dinner together. My mom's still here, Pearl's still here. Tomorrow my mom leaves and heads back to Mobile. Oh, last night we went and saw The Lion King and Toy Story 4 and they were both really good. I thought Toy Story 4 was hilarious. I laughed so much. Those were great movies. I'm a huge Disney fan, so I enjoyed them a lot. But yeah, as I was saying before, my mom's leaving tomorrow. Pearl's gonna be here for a few more days. So I'm thinking we may go to Chester Frost tomorrow, which is that place that I've been trying to get the whole sunrise thing. And there's a beach and a little playground and stuff, so we may go and spend some time there tomorrow and just kind of hang out. And hopefully while the kids are playing, I can get some reading done. You know, Marty can get some relaxing done. And, you know, just a nice day. We'll see. Alright, well, I will talk to you tomorrow, and maybe I'll bring the camera along to the park.
Ryder! We gotta move in! We gotta move in!
You gotta move in.
Or we could just go to public.
Hey! Hi!
Hello? He's making a seat.
Making a what?
Seat? Yeah. This is the other one. This is that airport.
So it's like 1:20 p.m. on Monday, August 12th, and I need to wrap this vlog up. I'm sorry I didn't end up vlogging yesterday. So we went to, well, I did kind of vlog, but we went to the beach as you saw, and hopefully I'll be able to include that sunset because I think I have worked out my issues with the other time-lapse things I've done. So hopefully this will work out well. And while we were there, I finished listening to Mosquito Land by David Arnold, and I give that 3 stars. I didn't not like it. I didn't like it. It was just kind of in the middle for me. Honestly, most of the time I was lost while reading that. It was pretty much just about this girl's journey from her father's house in Jackson, Mississippi to see her mother in Cleveland, Ohio, and all the things that happened to her along the way, and then what happens when she gets there. And I don't know, I mean, now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more, I would probably rate it lower, like 2.5, because I listened to it, but I didn't really care for it all that much because, I don't know, I wasn't really invested in the characters or the story or really much of any of it. So actually, now that I think about it, I'll probably give that 2.5. And then I started To Kill a Kingdom, and I was listening to the audiobook of that too, which I have it here. But I was listening to the audiobook of that too because I wanted to start it while we were at the beach. And then I stayed up late last night listening to it while I was working on my library, like trying to get it set up. That video will come. I'm working on it. There's a lot of books to sort. There's a lot of everything to sort in that room. And I've actually ordered myself more bookshelves because I don't have enough. So yeah, I stayed up listening as fast as I possibly could to that audiobook and finished it last night, and I'll give it 4 stars. To Kill a Kingdom is a fairy tale retelling, and as y'all know, I love those. And it's based on the original, like, Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid. But she's not really a mermaid, she's a siren. Mermaids are apparently more fish-like and a bit more vicious, and they just want to eat humans because they want to, like, obtain some humanity. And sirens use their song and lure these sailors to their death. And the sea witch, or the sea queen, both the same, once they become the queen, they're no longer like a siren anymore. They're more squid-like, so more like Ursula. But she's like super powerful, and this particular one is pretty evil. And our main character, Lyra, she is in line to become the next sea queen. But she seems to disappoint her mother often, and her mother punishes her by turning her human. And she has to kill this prince without her song or her siren abilities. And she has to kill him and take his heart to be turned back into a siren and be able to, you know, claim the throne. And that's all that Lyra wants to do, but the longer she's human, the more she's affected by the humanity, and her views change on things. And that's all I'll say about that. I ended up giving that one 4 stars. So let me go over what all I've read this week. And I'll just tell you, like, the book and author and what challenges it completed for both the Goblet of Fire Readathon and the N.E.W.T.s Readathon, and my star rating. So the first thing I read was The Babysitter's Club Great Idea graphic novel. Super cute. Absolutely loved it. This is by, based on the novel by Anne M. Martin, but it's written by Raina Telgemeier, and it really did stick pretty true. I mean, I did notice some differences, but for the most part it stuck pretty true to the original story, and I absolutely loved it, and I gave it 5 stars, and I will absolutely continue to read the rest of this series. So in the Goblet of Fire Readathon, this completed the Marauders read a book with a group of friends, and in the N.E.W.T.s, this completed my Exceeding Expectations in Potions, which is to read a book with your Hogwarts house color. And Christy's shirt is green, which is my Slytherin house color. So that's what this completed for me. Next, I read Little Witches, Magic and Concord by Lee Dragoon. This is a Little Women witchy retelling, though it really strays far from Little Women. And I gave this 3 stars. In the Goblet of Fire Readathon, this completed House Colors, which was to read a book with your house color on the cover, and again, green for Slytherin. And for N.E.W.T.s, this completed my Acceptable in Ancient Runes, which is recommended by a friend, and this is recommended by Clint. And if I didn't already say, I gave this 3 stars. Next, I listened to the audiobook of Meet Cute by several different authors, and it's just stories of how people met. And for the Goblet of Fire Readathon, that completed the 4 houses, read a book with 4 or more people on the cover, and that had 12 people on the cover. And then for the N.E.W.T.s, that completed my Acceptable in Herbology, which is to listen to an audiobook, and I gave that 3.5 stars. Next, I read The Princess and the Fangirl by Ashley Poston, and this completed for the Goblet of Fire Readathon Yule Ball, which is read a book with that includes a dance, and this has the Excelsior Con Ball. And for N.E.W.T.s, this completed my Exceeding Expectations in Transfiguration, which is to read a book that's not the first in a series, and I gave this 4 stars, and this is the 2nd book in the Geekerella series. Next, I read If I Was Your Girl by Meredith Russo, and for the Goblet of Fire Readathon, this completed It's Raining, read a book that you want to cozy up with. And for the N.E.W.T.s, this completed my Acceptable in Transfiguration, which is to read a book with LGBTQA plus representation, and I thought this was perfect for Transfiguration because it's about a girl named Amanda who is trans. She used to be Andrew and now she's Amanda, and I love this. I gave it 5 stars. It was fabulous and I highly recommend it. Next, as I said, I listened to Mosquitoland by David Arnold. For the Goblet of Fire Readathon, this completed Flying Forward Angelina, read a book with a vehicle on the cover, and bus here. And for the N.E.W.T.s, sorry, I have my notes down here, that's why I keep looking. For the N.E.W.T.s, this completed My Acceptable in Arithmecy, which is to read a book that ends on an even number page. And, well, this ends on page 342. And, as I said, I give this 2.5 stars. And last but certainly not least, I listened to Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. This completed in the Goblet of Fire Readathon. Giant Squid, read a book that features sea creatures. And for the N.E.W.T.s Readathon, this completed my Exceeding Expectations in Arithmecy, which was to read a standalone. And I gave this 4 stars. So I completed these plus Meet Cute audiobook. So 7 completed books this week. And I started on 2 others as well for the N.E.W.T.s because I completed every challenge for the Goblet of Fire Readathon. So I also started working on Always Never Yours by Emily Wimberly and Austin Sigmund Broca. I only got to page 50 of this though, and this is working towards one of my N.E.W.T.s. And Xander and I started Keepers of the Lost City Exile, though we only got to page 20 because, well, we had company and we were doing a bunch of stuff and just didn't have time for the 2 of us to sit and read. But I did get started with these 2 and they'll just carry on over into next week. But I'm pretty pleased with how I did. Did you do either of these readathons, the Goblet of Fire Readathon or the N.E.W.T.s Readathon? How did your week go? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you.